87 Foxbody Mustang GT 505 speed. We'll do a little mirror repair today. A lot of these cars, it seems like there's problems with the passenger side rear view mirror going left and right. Up and down seems to work just fine. The driver's side is usually okay. So what I'm going to attempt to do today is show you how to fix the passenger side mirror with a spare driver's side mirror motor, because the motors inside the housings they're the same. So there's a little bit of kerflufflery you got to do, but in essence, here's the symptom. It'll go up, it'll go down, but left and right, you got nothing. And the telltale sign is that you can just push it left and right, which you shouldn't be able to do. On the driver's side, of course, we get up, down, left and right. You should not be able to push it up and down, left or right. It should be stable. So first thing I'm going to do is take both mirrors completely off the car. We're going to take the glass and the motor out, and then I'll show you how to take the glass off of the motor. And then it's actually a fairly simple job. There is a bit of a secret to getting this mirror and motor out. There are 3 screws that hold it in. One is easy to get to, which is right here. And this is a machine screw, by the way. The other 2, you can just see one here, but the other one is down here. So in order to get this out, we've got to take the mirror all the way up and all the way in. So you're going to want to do this before you take it out. Take out the electrical connections. So now you can just see that screw down there in the bottom. Here's the other one on the side. And this looks wonky because there's a rubber cover here for the motor. But if you get the mirror all the way up and all the way in, then you can access them, pretty easy once you get it out of the car. Now these are not going to be machine screws on the inside. And the machine screw is this one. There you go. Try to remember that when you go to put it back together, because you can screw it up. Now this one can be tricky to see. And it is a little easier to get to it if you have the other 2 out first, because that allows a little bit of movement in the whole assembly. But once you get that out, then it's just a matter of doing that. There we go. All right, now once you get it out, this is what you're looking at here. And we're going to wind up doing some minor surgery on the bracketry that attaches the mirror to the motor, which is these 4 little pins right here. And basically we're going to take, you can kind of cut the tops of these off, or I'm going to take a Dremel and just kind of Dremel them down, and then the mirror will come off. And then this is the passenger side. This is what you're going to be left with here. So this is the actual motor. And on this passenger side specifically, you can see what's happened here. So it's oriented like this in the car. And where I can just push it left and right, but I can't push it up and down, then that's because you see here, there's a little like rack and pinion in these motors that moves these things. So this is the one that goes up and down, but the one that goes left to right, this whole motor casing right here, it is cracked in here. And sometimes it's there. Now you can really see the crack and the damage. And what had happened was that little rack that attaches to here was hanging off over here in front of that screw head. And so this little motor works just fine, but it can't actually move the mirror left and right the way it's supposed to, because there's nothing attaching it to the motor. So that's why you can move it by hand, but not with the controls the way you're supposed to. One other thing to note before we get started on here, actually I see this mount right here, that one's already broken. So you can already see this mirror is wanting to come off of the motor, but we're just going to Dremel these down, or if you got a small saw or diagonal cutters or something like that, you can clip those off. This is from an 87, and I don't know at what point they changed, but they did change the way the mirror mounted to the motors, and to where the later styles they had this mirror bracket here, it just clipped over the motor housing itself. So if you wind up with one of those styles and you're trying to retrofit one of these 4-poster mirrors onto it, you'll just have to glue it on there somehow. Just the top part of that post sticking out, because we need the ear off of the motor. So get it down to a point. This plastic is old and kind of brittle anyway. In this case, we don't care about the glass as much as we do just the little motor, obviously. This fourth one, there we go. All right. So now you can see what the motor is supposed to look like when both of these little rack and pinions are complete. Like I said, the newer designs, they got, I don't know, 6 or 8 clips around here instead of these posts. Driver side, passenger side. The motors are identical. So we're going to take this bracket off and we're going to put it on this motor. And yeah, I know LMR sells replacement units for about, if you buy the 2-pack of them, or the set, it winds up being about $140 for the set. Each individual mirror, I think they charge you about $85. This may be not worth it if you're just wanting to roll. But if you have access to spare parts, you find a cheap one on eBay or something, you can do this, especially if your mirror housing's already painted and stuff. Like, obviously this car has got a fresh repaint on it. We kind of like to keep things the same as much as possible. Okay, so now this is the right side passenger side mirror bracket, and this is the driver side motor. So now we're gonna plop all of this together and see what kind of Frankenstein monster we get. Some of you may be wondering about, the wiring is, with it being on the opposite side of the car, is left, right, and is up, down now, and how all that's going to work. All of that is already switched out inside the car. So these motors are the same, but they've changed out the wiring inside the car to compensate for that already. So that's not something you really need to worry about. You're going to need a pack of these. Number 4 screws, wood screws, these are 3/8 of an inch long. If you can find them shorter. Now this is our passenger side glass. It's our passenger side glass that we've saved. And on the back of it, where those posts are, the ones that we just dremeled some of that off, right? I took a 5/64 drill bit and drilled down in there, like you can actually see down there into the glass. You'll feel it. Obviously, don't go too far. And then you're just going to line these back up. And then we're going to take those screws, and these are probably just a shade too long. But what you don't want to do is push them in too far and push your glass out. Honestly, probably any kind of small screw would work, even a machine screw, if you drilled it and just got it to bite into the plastic parts. You're aiming for something like this. I ended up trimming up the end of the screws a little bit so that they would be able to sit a little closer, kind of draw everything together. Should be tight, nothing loose or wiggling. Then we put it back in the housing and put it in the car. Let's see what happens. Okay, I've got it partially mounted back in the housing. You can get this screw started, and you can get that one started right down there to the right of my thumb. But the other one is back here, and we got to now move the mirror. It's still tilted up. We've got to tilt it that way now to get access to it, as we have flipped the motor completely over. So plug it in and move it. Okay, plugged it in, moved it. Now we can access that other one. I think is a good solution where you have, these housings original to the car. They were just repainted. If you like keeping that character alive on your old hot rods, then, I think this is great. As long as you have access to parts, you don't mind, risking something on eBay or going to the junkyard. And now we got the thing mounted, which is kind of a pain. Okay, flip her over to right. Up, down, down. Oh yeah, left, right. Oh yeah, the old squeak. There we go. So as long as you have access to the parts, you can make left or right side motors work. You flip them upside down. The car takes care of the reversing of the wiring to make left and right work, left and right, up and down, and all that stuff. The clip-on style mirror brackets are going to be easier to work with, but if you got the 4 posters like I showed you here, you can make that work too. And it just depends on how much time you want to put into it. I found this replacement mirror on eBay, the driver's side, which is not what I needed. I think it was $28, and the seller shot me an offer for $23. So that versus $70 if you buy the pair of mirrors on LMR. It's $85 per mirror if you just buy a single. I thought that was worth trying. So hope this helps you and you get a little more life out of your old stuff. Thanks for watching.